Hi and welcome back to my channel, Crafty Calamity. So today I'm going to be using this Sparkling Seasons Deluxe Craft Pad, and I'm going to be going with the one that's got these beautiful deers and sheep in the snow, and I think this one's a hare at the very top here, which I'm just going to grab my pad. I'm going to find the corresponding deer card stock, which is that one. As you can see, it has all the other ones that go, so polar bears, the swans, my favourite, the penguins, more polar bears. Don't know why it's only got the one deer one. I don't think I saw the rabbit, the hare. No. It's got the little bird, the sheep, and then it goes from that to the swans. So it's only got the one with the deer, and at the moment I'm just going to be doing the deer one, and I think that's the only deer patterned paper, insert paper that they have for this one. Yeah, so on the front of the card they've got like a few of cards that have been made using this particular kit. So I'm going to try and do one of these on the top here. So I've already pre-cut a card. I'm not sure whether it's going to be too big or whether it's not going to be big enough, but so I've pre-cut this one to what they call a stepper card. I've never made a stepper card before, so I don't exactly know how it's going to turn out or it's going to pan out, but we should go with it and I'll see how we get on as we go along. So what I'm going to do is I need a I'm a little bit confused because on here it's showing a different colour to this. So this one is actually green, but this one is showing up as being peach, and I don't know. So I'm just going to go back into my pad for a minute. I'm just going to go and have a look. I think they've used this one, so I'm just going to pull that one out, which is now pulling my pad apart, but it does not matter. And I'm going to use a Miri rainbow. I don't think the rainbow effect will pick up on my camera because it's, oh it does, so you can see all the different like colours on there. So we're going to go with that piece for now because the topper sheet does have silver in it. I just wanted to go with something sparkly silver rather than a plain silver. So we're going to do this deer one at the bottom to start with, and I need to cut my card to go on the inside of this one. So it's going to have to be 2 notches under the, I've got to work out what this size is now. I think it's a 6. So 2 notches under the 8 and 2 notches under the 6. So I think this bit of card that I've got here, this Miri card, will be big enough to actually do this, to do the inside of that card. So I have to remember that it is 8 in length, which is the bit that I'm going to be doing. So I have to do it this way. So it's 8 by just under the 6. So I'm going to do it 2 notches under the 8, and this way, and then 2 notches this way under the 6, which is this way. And put that to the side, put that over there, and turn them over because they glare in the light. Then I'm going to take this bit of card here, and I'm going to do the same with this one. So it's going to be this way around, so it's got to be 8 this way. So it's going to be 4 notches under the 8. Just have a look at this pad again. bear with me a second, guys. So this one is going to be, so let me see, because I need this bit here with the bunny on. So it's going to have to go this way. Yeah, so okay. So I'm going to go this way around on it, which has got to be 4 notches under the, let me see, 4 notches under the 6, this one has to be, so it's got to go across there. And bring it up. 4 notches under the 6, go all the way across, and then this side is going to have to go this way, because it's going to have to be 4 notches under the 8. 4 notches under the 8, which is going to be that way, and that should be to go onto this one, like that. So that should fit on there perfectly once I've stuck it down. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and then I'm going to bring in this bit here, which is going to go onto this front bit of this card here, which is 8 that way by 2. So I need this one to be 8 by 2. So it needs to be 2 in width. So it needs to be 2 notches under, oh no, sorry, I need a silver bit of mirror, so this one or this bit here before I go doing that. So this one's maybe a little bit short, so I'm going to go with this one. So I need 2 notches under the 2, and then 2 notches under the 8. Hopefully this is big enough. Yes, it is. 2 notches under the 8 for this one. So that's that bit done as well. And then this bit, now I need 4 notches under the 2. So that's going to go there. So it's probably going to give me a nice teeny tiny bit of a border that I could use on something else. And then this one needs to be 4 notches under the 8, like so. And then we have that little bit left over as well. So that's it for the cutting. So I'm just going to put that down there out the way for the moment. I'm going to put that there for the moment, and I'm going to put all this together now by gluing this onto this. Get a bit of tacky glue. Pop that in the corners. Bring your bit of mirror in. Doesn't matter which way up you glue this to the mirror. Like so. Just push it down a little bit so it sticks. That'll do for that one. And the same with this one. So I'm just going to double check to see which way around. This is going to go onto this piece of mirror, which is probably going to go that way around because it fits perfectly that way. Same again. A little bit of all-purpose glue. A little bit of tacky glue just in the corners and maybe around the edge on that one. And then stick that down to your mirror. And over this one I could have just gone with normal, the silver mirror rather than the rainbow mirror, but I thought I'd go just slightly different today on this one. So we've got that one going on. So now we can stick this down to the main part of the card. So again with that all-purpose glue, then a little bit of tacky glue on these corners. Sometimes I do use double-sided tape. Depends on what I am making or what I am doing. If I'm doing it for quickness, or I don't need to have any wriggle room, because I was having a job with all my mats and layers to start with when I first started, and then the last couple of videos that I have done, on video I have tried to do the mat and layers and they haven't worked very well, but I'm slowly getting the hang of doing these mat and layers now with my measurements. I'm trying to stick to, because I'm no good with like working out some of these measurements. Sometimes it's like there can be measurements that you need to be smaller than what the card is. So if you do an unusual card where you've got it like 5.5 by 7.5, they're easy enough to work out. But if you're doing a card that's 5.25 or 5 3/4, or you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I tend to go for an easy 8x8, 6x6, 7x7, that sort of style. So this is the start of the card. So now we're just going to get the topper sheet, and I'll find it, just over here. So I'm just going to take these deers out. Onto the front of this card. So I'm just going to take the inner frame out. And I'm just going to stick some foam pads onto the back of this. If I can find, I might go in with these strips actually, because they're a bit quicker to do and they go around corners as well, which is pretty cool. And go this way around on this one, because this is going to sit on the card anyway. It's not going to be above the base of this card with any luck. I'm hoping not. Normally when I'm doing cards like this, I will check to see if these toppers and that go on first before I go sticking any foam pads on. But that should sit nicely inside there, which it does. So the card that's actually on the front of this magazine is actually smaller than the card that I have made, so I'm thinking that the card that was made on the front of the card is probably a 7x7, or it could have been a 6x6, but it just, my 6x6 easel one that I made earlier did not look like it was going to fit that on there, which it does not. So if you go and buy this one on the front of here, that does not look the same as that. But we are going with this one. So I need my topper back. So we're going to go in with this. I mean, by looking at that card on the front, the whole thing looks totally different to what is in the magazine, or not the magazine, sorry, in this deluxe craft pad. So it all looks, even the outside of this here looks different. So I think they've used the one from the sheep. I think they've I don't know, I think they've done something different on there, or maybe it's just a lighting, but this green does not seem to go with this peach, but we're going to go with this now. So I'm going to stick that onto there in the middle, and then I'm just going to get some foam pads and I'm going to stick them onto this topper. I'm going to use these little longer ones rather than using my square ones, because I tend to use them for smaller toppers. I do cut some foam pads sometimes because I don't always have the right type, right size for some of these some of these toppers. It depends on the size of the topper and the shape of the topper to what I actually go with. Just taking these backings off right now. If I can get it off. And then we're going to stick this into the middle of here. Hopefully it goes in perfectly, which it does. And then as I'm making it, on the front of the card on here it says I'm wishing you a magical Christmas, but as I'm doing this for a couple, I'm going to stick this topper, when I can get it off, onto the front of this card, which it says to a wonderful couple. I'm just sure I had a little foam pad on, or maybe I've used it. Okay, we're just going to go with this foam pad on the back of this one, and then I'm going to stick this onto here to the front of the card, and then I'm going to use this one at the bottom, especially for you, and I'm going to stick another foam pad onto these, one at each end, and then one smack bang down the middle, and then this one is going to go on the side of this card, and I can get this backing off, which is going to go down the side of here as it's shown on this one. It's definitely on that one, just checking. So it's just going to go just there, like so, and there we have a stepper card, and then all I've got to do on that one is just cut the insert to go inside. So I'm not going to do that on camera, I should do that off a camera because it takes such a long time to do these. So that is card number 1. I shall be back with card number 2 in a few seconds. I'm back with my second card now. So this one is not really that big. It's still 6 high, but it's just over the 3.5, not quite the 3 3/4 mark. So I'm using the sheep one out of that same topper set, which is the winter Wonderland topper set, and I've pre-cut my mirror card and the bits for that already. So I'm just going to stick these down to stick them onto the card. The reason why I've done these off of camera is just to save a bit of time on you having to sit through and watching me cut every single piece of card. So I'm just going to stick this onto here, and let that settle for a little bit. I'm just going to push that over to the side. Then I'm going to come in and do this exactly the same on the smaller piece for the front of the stepper card, and then adhere them onto the front of my card that I have cut out. I've just done these just for quickness, because I just I wasn't sure what I was going to do with these little tiny pieces I had left over to do the sheep one, so I've gone with this idea. So it's a very small stepper card. It's cut off from left over from the last stepper card that I did. So some of these I will have to find envelopes for them to go in. So just sticking this down on here now, and then fold that bit back so I can stick this bit onto here as well. Like so. Like that. And I'm just going to pull these bits out. Of here. So I think I'm going to leave them two in the frame, them two frames together. I'm not sure. So it's going to cover that anyway. I mean, if you wanted to, you could go so it sits above like that, so that when the card is open as the stepper, it will sit and you will see the sheep that are underneath as well. So I think I might go ahead and just take that up a little bit, because it can go into a different size envelope if you make them yourself, or if you buy ones that are already made. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and put that way around. So I'm just going to come in with my strips for this one so that it sticks onto that, and I'm not going to go around in a I'm just going to cut that on that corner so that I can go straight with this one, so it sticks across there, so it holds them two frames in place like so. And then I'm just going to pull off these back ends. I mean, if any of you got this deluxe card pad, I mean, you can try and make the cards on the front of that, on the front of the cover, or you can do your own take on cards, your own design. There's loads of options with these, how to make these cards. So I'm just going to go and put these on here now so that I can stick this, but not going too far up, because obviously it's going to be sitting a little bit above that, but enough so that it stays in place and does not fall off. So I'm just going to stick this onto the front of this card, in the middle of that, like so, so it stands up. Okay, so it stands up like so. Okay, so now I'm just going to find a topper, I mean a sentiment, sorry, not a topper. So I'm going to come in with this one, which is Season's Blessing. Season's Blessings? No, it doesn't say Season's Blessings, it says Season's Bleatings. So yeah, we're going to come in with this one. I'm just going to poke out this little thing here, because this is like a tag. So I'm just going to come in with some little square foam pads onto there, and I might put a bow on this one. I'm not 100% sure yet, so we're going to come across and we're going to go at an angle just at the bottom on that bottom piece there, so that sits out like that. I have got some bows, but I'm not sure whether we've got one that's actually going to go with this design. I mean, I've got blue ones, pale blue, so that might work on this one. Then the other colours I have is peach and no, I think the blue. All the other colours that I've got are too bright. I'm actually waiting for some more bows to come, so from AliExpress in the next few days, I think. So I'm just going to put a glue dot onto the back of that bow, peel it off there, and stick this down onto this like so. I always use glue dots for my bows just because they work a tad better. And then in here, I think if I can get these lids off of these little pots. Oh, don't drop them. Not them ones are too small, I think. Can't remember which ones are which in here. Not them ones either. I'm sure I had some different ones to that, but I don't know what. Oh, I know where they are. Bear with me a second. I just remembered I've got some like water drop ones, which I think are in my case over here. Yeah. So let me just grab them. I'm not sure whether these are mixed ones or whether they're all the same size. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm just going to go with one bag. If I can actually open the bag, that is, which I can, and tip some out into there so I get a little bit of a mixture. Find my glue pen and my picky up tool, which I seem to have misplaced. I found it again. So I'm just going to go on the bottom here with a couple of these water gel like gem, so it looks like water. Do another one there. Sometimes I can't see if these are up the right way because they look like they're so clear. And I think one more little one just on this bit here. They're really tiny, and I think that'll do for that card. So that is card number 2 done, and that is the only 2 cards that I am doing for today. So when I come back next time, I'll probably come back with this craft pad again. So let me just bring in my other card that I made with this topper set. So say the other 2 I've got there, I don't know what type of card I'm going to be doing with them 2 yet, but this is these 2 for this particular topper set for this one. So I've still got on this topper sheet Winter Wonderland, I have still got the hare, I have still got one sheep on its own, I've still got this sentiment, and I've still got this little tag sentiment as well. And obviously where I used the deer, not the deer, where I used the, oops, where I used the sheep background paper, I've still got the whole deer one, so they will be getting used up on, this will be getting used up on this, and maybe used up on some other cards as well. So yeah, that is all for today. As I said, this one I haven't put any gems on as of yet, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to put gems on this one or whether I'm just going to leave it like that, because sometimes you don't need to put gems on a card. If you don't want to, you can, but I'm just going to leave that one as is. This one's got the 3 gems on, or the 3 water droplets on, so yeah. So yeah, that is it for today. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be probably in the next couple of days, or maybe at the weekend when I'm off. So thank you for watching. Take care everybody. Bye bye for now.